you're always trying to be better, right? So every day you want to be better than yesterday. Every trade you want it to be better than the last trade. What's up? What's up, Trader Roundup? What's going on? I hope everyone had a good week. It was certainly an exciting week on the price front. We saw some cool days for sure. I had a good week. Last night I was actually watching an old M7 backtest and chill video from one of those old school videos. And it was pretty cool. I mean, talking about how you can have a good idea of if there's going to be like an expanding range coming, just based on the different sessions, the way that it trades. It was cool. I'm definitely going to be, you'll definitely see me in the academy really soon, because I just can't.
Let's go, S-Hill. Hurry up.
Yeah.
I mean,
right there.
Why not? I'm just too curious. Like, I just have to,
Yo, S-Pill and all the veterans will know this comment, right? But if I don't see you back test, I'm going to make the wall sweat, boy. I'll make the wall sweat.
It's funny because you were talking about Excel, and like, I'm kind of an Excel nerd because I use it a lot for my job and all the data, and it's such a hassle, importing data and cleaning it up and getting it to where you need to be and then making it like how you want it. And just the fact that there's not Lens, but the other one that you were talking about,
metric.
Yeah, metrics, man. So I can't wait. But I wanted to I wanted to talk a little bit about like what I'm working on right now. I mean, I don't want to say struggling with, but because we were talking about fear, and the conversation always goes to fear and greed when it comes to the market, because those are, I suppose, the base emotions involved. I've overcome my fears a long time ago. I mean, the only thing I'm afraid of is myself. If I'm only afraid of anything, it's just myself, because I'm the only person that's going to do any kind of damage. But really, what I'm working on is the greed, and it seems to happen from overconfidence. Like my first trade or two that I take, I'm usually very, very cautious. And if they are having a positive outcome, then I'm likely to want to see things in a certain way, So I'll give you an example. Today, I took a good trade. I think it was around like maybe 12:30 or 1. I don't remember the exact time, but what had happened was, the market had made a low, and then it came back up to a 1 hour order block, which happened to be, now I'm trading the NQ or the MNQ, but it happened to be like right around like the 930 price, and also the IDR level. So there was a structure shift, and I took it because I saw a lot of nice liquidity, on the sell side, and I was able to profit. But what happened, and I don't know if you guys were watching the market today, was, it didn't continue on that path. And so where I had the chance to just be content, and because a couple of my targets got hit, but not all of them. And then in my mind, here's the struggle for me, because the market, if you're looking at market structure, right, which it can fake you out, but ultimately it's quite simple to understand, right? And I could see clear as day that it was like a bullish structure forming, because it just wasn't making lower lows, which is like the retail, I mean, it's a characteristic of market structure. But in my mind, I had those targets down there, and I was just like forcing myself to think that, yeah, it's just making it appear like a bullish structure because it wants to fake people out into going long. And so I'm not falling for that. And kind of allows me to like loosen up my stops a little bit. You know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing tragic happened, but when I'm analyzing my trades at the end of the day, what I'm realizing is I do fake myself out. If I'm regarding, structure sometimes in price action where I'll say, the market's showing me something and I can see what it's showing me. But then I'm saying, no, it's showing me that because it wants me to think that, but really it's going to do something else. So then you end up in this like mental battle, right? Because, let's face it, the market's going to do things like that. And sometimes, I mean, if you're like a swing trader or going for intraday, like long, positions, you have to be able to withstand certain price action, especially if you're in profit already. I've had it where I've had, over 100 points and, but because I wanted to go for 150. Now, see, that's greed. Although, all of my position is off already. So I have like maybe one position left. Right. And then it just comes down to, what's the deal that I made before I entered the trade with myself? Am I going to just let this, trade run and then be content with the outcome regardless? Or, am I going, because once I exit, what's going to happen if it starts moving in the direction that would be giving me more profits again, I'm going to have regret. Right. So there's a lot of the side to it, the battles that come with being profitable as well, and trying to maximize profits and dealing with, I suppose it's greed, I don't know. I just wanted to maybe hear anyone else's comments on that. Even M7, because he has a lot to say on the psychological aspects of trading, and I know that he's happy with either outcome. I've heard him just, and that's another thing is, the market's coming for your stop. Then there's nothing we can do about it. So just deal with. I mean, hey, that's just how it's going to be. We're not smarter than it. We're not going to, it's going to come, it's going to hit it. The stops are going to get hit. And we have to make peace with that, like before we enter, and that's why I try to reduce my size as soon as I hit like my first level of profitability, like I want to take half of it off, because then at least I'm having a profitable trade, like, regardless. But, but I guess I just want more, hey, what can you do? That's another paradox about it is you're always trying to be better, right? So every day you want to be better than yesterday. Every trade you want it to be better than the last trade. So there's sort of this paradox between like, when can you just kind of, pause for a minute and, maybe just let the world happen without having to be better in that moment. Maybe better means just like not doing anything. Maybe better means not having more profits right then, because guess what? The best outcome in the world is having just a positive day at the end of the day, right? Regardless of like, how much it is or not. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. We got a lot of other people on there. So, yep. Thanks, Kit.